The old house sighed around Amelia. It was filled with the scent of her childhood lavender polish, her father's pipe tobacco, her mother's rosewater perfume. Amelia sat by the window watching her mother, Eleanor, doze in the afternoon sun. Eleanor was frail now, her hair like spun silver, her movements slow and measured. A wave of sadness washed over Amelia. She wished she could turn back time just for a day to be a carefree child again, with her parents young and vibrant. To feel her mother's strong arms holding her close, chasing away childhood fears. A single tear traced its way down Amelia's cheek. Outside, the first star glimmered in the twilight sky. Amelia closed her eyes, a childish wish rising within her. "Oh, to be young again," she whispered, her voice catching in her throat. To feel that simple joy, that unconditional love. The night was quiet, the air thick with the scent of honeysuckle. Amelia lay in her childhood bed, the familiar floral wallpaper a comforting presence. She couldn't shake off the melancholic longing that had settled upon her. It was silly, she knew, to yearn for the impossible, but the star, the one she'd wished on so many years ago as a child, seemed to beckon from the night sky. It pulsed with an ethereal light, drawing her gaze upward. Almost without thinking, Amelia found herself whispering her wish again, her voice a mere breath in the stillness. This time the words felt different. They held a strange weight, a tangible energy that seemed to vibrate in the air around her. Amelia shivered, a prickle of unease running down her spine. She dismissed it as childish fancy and drifted off to sleep, the image of the star imprinted on her mind. Amelia awoke to a sensation she hadn't felt in decades, the feeling of being swaddled in soft blankets. She tried to stretch, to rub the sleep from her eyes, but her limbs felt oddly heavy and unresponsive. A wave of panic surged through her as she realized she couldn't move, couldn't speak. She opened her eyes, expecting to see the familiar floral wallpaper of her childhood bedroom. Instead, she was met with a blurry, unfamiliar world. Shapes and colors swam before her unfocused vision. Then a sound pierced through her haze of confusion, a soft, melodic humming. Terror gripped Amelia as she understood. She was a baby again. Her wish, the ridiculous, impossible wish, had come true. But how? Why? And most terrifying of all, what about her mother? The humming grew louder, accompanied by the gentle creak of floorboards. Then a face appeared above her. A face both familiar and shockingly different. It was her mother, but younger, her hair a cascade of auburn waves, her eyes sparkling with youthful vitality. Eleanor gasped, her hand flying to her mouth. "Amelia?" she breathed, her voice trembling with disbelief. She reached out, her fingers tracing the curve of baby Amelia's cheek. Amelia wanted to speak, to reassure her mother, to explain the unexplainable, but only a frustrated gurgle escaped her lips. Eleanor's initial shock soon gave way to a bewildered tenderness. She lifted Amelia, cradling her close. As their eyes met, Amelia saw a flicker of fear in her mother's gaze, overshadowed by a surge of fierce, protective love. It was the same love Amelia remembered from her own childhood, but intensified, raw, and immediate. Eleanor held baby Amelia close, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and determination. "It's okay, my sweet girl," she whispered, her voice steady despite the turmoil inside. "I don't know how this happened, but I promise you I will raise you again. I will give you the love and care you deserve." With that, she began to breastfeed Amelia, her touch gentle and reassuring. As Amelia suckled, a sense of calm washed over both of them. Eleanor's resolve hardened. She would do whatever it took to protect and nurture her daughter, no matter the challenges ahead. Gap 3S. Just as the room filled with the soft sounds of contentment, a shadow flickered in the corner, unnoticed by Eleanor. A figure cloaked in ethereal light watched over them, its eyes filled with ancient wisdom and a deep, unspoken sorrow. This guardian had been with Eleanor and Amelia through countless lifetimes, guiding, protecting, and witnessing their intertwined fates. Gap 2S. The guardian's presence was a silent promise, a vow to ensure that this time love would triumph over all obstacles. As Eleanor cradled her daughter, unaware of the watchful eyes upon them, a sense of destiny settled over the room. The unseen guardian knew that this was a pivotal moment, a chance for redemption, healing, and an unbreakable bond. Gap 2S. The future remained uncertain, but one thing was clear: they were not alone. With the guardian's silent vigilance and Eleanor's fierce determination, both mother and daughter were poised to face whatever lay ahead together.